Alright, welcome guys. And this video I'm just gonna talk a little bit about Bitcoin Gold and how it's really great for the ecosystem of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin overall. I know that Bitcoin.org does not support it and has put it on the bad site, and that a lot of people are thinking that this is a scam. But when they bring up all these things that this Reddit post have posted, these are things that I've already known, and yet I never thought it as a scam, right? Like, sure, it could be a money grab, right? Like Bitcoin Cash was. When I first heard about Bitcoin Cash, that's how I was able to re-enter the market. I mean, I got into Bitcoin in 2013 after hearing about it quite a lot in 2011 and 20 or not 2011, 2012, and I bought some at 300 and all that, but it wasn't really until I heard on the news that, oh, Bitcoin is splitting, and I thought to myself, what? How can something that's has a fixed supply split? And then I realized, oh, okay, yeah, they're just saying that they're gonna give out Bitcoin Cash to everybody that has Bitcoin. I didn't really take that much notice to it, but then that is actually the news that brought me back into the cryptocurrency world. So with the split, with Bitcoin Gold, I feel like it just generates more attention, right? Like, I was able to get back. I'm able to make a lot of money on Bitcoin just recently in these recent weeks, I suppose. And Bitcoin Gold is another way to bring in a new wave of adopters, right? All you have to say is, hey, if you hold Bitcoin, you get free Bitcoin Gold if you hold it by October 25th. And you can just say, hey, I got Bitcoin. Those who got Bitcoin Cash went up to 1,000. And that's the selling point they really need to get them to be interested. And I was able to convert a lot of friends through that method. I'm sure they were able to create that effect, right? Exponentially grow the community. And the reason why I definitely don't agree with this is because, sure, Bitcoin Gold is pre-mined, but what does that have to do with it being a scam, right? Why are you gonna dump it? Are you dumping it to make your profit, or are you dumping it because you don't believe in it? Right? That's your take on it, but you gotta understand the Asian markets where and a lot of the new guys that are coming in that don't know the difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Like, say if we take a look at coin market cap for just Bitcoin Cash, you can see that majority of the volume are coming from, take a look, right? Asian markets. This is all Korean exchanges. Well, not Bitfinex, but there might be Asians on there as well. But having been to the Asian market, it's they don't really know the difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, right? Like, they just think it's like, oh, the expensive Bitcoin and the cheap Bitcoin, or like the big Bitcoin and the small Bitcoin, right? Big brother, small brother. And then Bitcoin Gold coming about will just pretty much bring more awareness, right? Like, say you're introducing your friend to Bitcoin, and you say like, oh, right now it's 5,000, and they're like, oh, I don't have 5,000, and they already don't know anything about blockchain, and you're gonna scare them with that price tag, right? They don't know that you can buy 0.01 Bitcoin or all that. That that just completely draws or turn them off. With Bitcoin Cash, they're more acceptable with this price. And if you convert it to Asian currencies, right? Like, it's still considered quite expensive, even though this might not be expensive right now, but at least you can afford to buy one. And let me just show you guys what I've already known a long time ago. So Bitmain, right? They're the best ASIC miner producers right now that is most cost efficient. They just released the L3 miner today, another batch. And last batch was at 2300, now it's at 2040. Still November, but with the Litecoin not doing well because everyone's converting it to Bitcoin, they reduced the price. And then the AMP miner, which I own, is now at this price. But I've been testing mining Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash recently through via BTC's pool, and they have an automatic switch where it's if it's more profitable to mine Bitcoin Cash, they'll automatically switch you to mine in that pool, right? Let me show you. Via BTC. Via BTC is cool. Like if you are processing a block and it's going through confirmation, it's taking a long time, you can actually pay them to speed up the processing because they are the miners, and they're able to speed up your confirmation time, right? Essentially the Chinese are like our bankers now, the farmers. And see, there's sorry, this is Dash. We'll go to BCC, and okay, I can't see all my activity, but you can see that when Bitcoin Cash is not profitable compared to Bitcoin, they'll automatically switch me to mine Bitcoin, and that's a great indicator for me. And it's not really showing that well because I've switched back to slush pool, but it's a great indicator for me to know when the dips are happening and what to expect. Like for example, when let's see, when Bitcoin took a dive or a dip from 40 to 100 on September 28th to all the way back down to almost 4,000, right? You can see that Zcash got a big pump. Well, Zcash is the same, mines at the same algorithm as the upcoming Bitcoin Gold, right? Which is Equihash. So there's some form of market manipulation right here to show that, hey, when Bitcoin's going down, Zcash is going up. But overall, this pump, like I mentioned in my old videos, it's just a pump, and it's not really sustainable. You can see that how crazy that is, and then we went back down. But from a mining okay, for those who are developing the miners, right, who are the big mining farms, they want to make Zcash profitable. Because if Zcash profitable, if Zcash prices are high and the mining difficulty is low, when Bitcoin Gold gets released, then we have two pools to mine from, right? Two pools to mine from, and essentially the difficulty will decrease for both coins, and if the prices go up, we're a lot more profitable. GPU mining is back, right? And this is what I want to show you guys. Like before, so we have the English and the Chinese. Nobody goes to Chinese, but if you go to the Chinese, you'll see we have the G1, the G2, which are GPU miners. These were released for the Chinese way before the Bitcoin Gold announcement occurred. And guess what G1 and G2 stands for? Possibly Bitcoin Gold, right? So we already had these available. So you can guess that the biggest ASIC producer, Bitmain, has some influence on the development of Bitcoin Gold. And I don't blame them, because if we look, the Antminer S9 is no longer as profitable as it was before to purchase. That's why the price went down so much. I still have mine. It's still nice. I get about $15 a day. But with Bitcoin prices hitting all-time highs today at 40, 50, 200 now, all the Bitcoins I mined did not sell are worth significantly more. right? So when Bitcoin Gold comes out, I'm not sure if you want to dump it right away, because if it gets, you're gonna be buying Bitcoin Gold with BTC, right? And if everybody just dumps, do you think that they will not pump it, given that they have a product line right behind to promote that is not yet released to the US market in the G1, the G2? I'm not sure about that, right? I'm not sure. Like if they have these products already with NVIDIA graphic cards and AMD graphic cards already ready and in stock, I'm not sure if you will want to dump it right away, despite if you're claiming that it's a scam. Yeah, they initially thought about doing an ICO where one Bitcoin get you 10 Bitcoin gold. I mean, that's just a proposal for them to, like any altcoins, raise funding and take the Bitcoin off the market, and then you get Bitcoin gold, and then essentially you'll value each Bitcoin gold as 1/10 of a Bitcoin. And if that's the case, then at the Bitcoin price right now at 5,200, then each Bitcoin gold will be worth 5,000. I mean, sorry, 520. So is that why we're getting a pump? Are the huge buy volumes coming from the Chinese? I'm not sure. Maybe the hedge funds are taking advantage of this to drive up the market and maybe sell and take a profit, or maybe they just believe in the technology behind the blockchain and have really bought into the idea, right? So these are things to consider. I mean, if you use a nice hash app to mine right now, what algorithm does it naturally set you to? It's no longer crypto night, it's Equihash, because Equihash will give you the most bitcoins, right? These are just defaults. You're getting, you set your Equihash to mine Bitcoin, and then you set your algorithm to get Equihash. Or sorry, you set, it automatically sets for you for Equihash, and you get a lot of bitcoins, right? Or not a lot of bitcoins. If you have a 10, up to 1070 NVIDIA GeForce, and I'm getting about like $3 of bitcoins a day, so which is not bad compared to the M-Miner S9. And yeah, that's that. But also you got to consider these things. Roger Ver, right? He's the guy that really pushed Bitcoin Cash. We saw that in the Asian convention, that there were a lot of Asians that are saying, "Oh, Bitcoin Cash is the future. Bitcoin Cash might be the one that takes the market." I mean, that's just ridiculous. But they believe what they believe, and who knows how wild up you can be when you attend those things, right? When people are making grand speeches and all that. But you know, Bitcoin Cash, something that Roger Ver really pushed for, and guess who he's really close with? Jihan Wu, the creator of Bitmain. So is this a money grab for the miners, the guys who are essentially processing or Bitcoin confirmations and all that? I don't know, maybe. But is this still good for the whole cryptocurrency atmosphere? I would say yeah, because China still has not yet relaunched their exchange, and it's been like that ever since, like 2012, 2014. It's always been a shutdown and then relaunch. They don't want Bitcoin to flow out and then having their yuan to appreciate, thus affecting trade and lower their GDP. So I understand why they're holding off on that. But if and when it does get released, Bitcoin Gold that is, you can see that all these Asian markets are going to make up a majority of the purchase for it, especially if you dump, right? If you dump, you might You might feel a little bad when it gets pumped. And it's not really pumped too. These are organic buys, right? Because we don't know the difference. Especially the campaign for Bitcoin Cash was in Asia. Despite the market going down all the time, they might see like, oh, it's finally time for us to get a pump. And it doesn't really take much, right? It doesn't really take much. For those guys who have all the Bitcoins, the pools, right? They might just be waiting for you to dump everything so they can use all their Bitcoins that they have to pump it up. I mean, they can't trade their Bitcoins for yuan now. They can't use yuan to get the profit, right? They can't convert their Bitcoins to yuan now because exchanges are closed. What are they gonna do? They're probably just gonna pump up their pet projects, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold. And interesting to note that Zcash, right? The coin that is also going down as well. It is initial investor Roger Ver. Why else did we pick Equihash for the mining algorithm for Bitcoin Gold, right? So these are things to consider when you get your Bitcoin Gold. And I'm not sure what they mean by it's a scam, because essentially when you develop a coin that's called Bitcoin Gold, anybody that's searching, should I invest in gold or Bitcoin? What is the best reserve currency for holding to stabilize currency? Or just Bitcoin Gold, is it the gold reserve? Instead of seeing news about Bitcoin Gold, we're gonna get all search engine optimizations for Bitcoin. Instead of getting search optimization for Bitcoin being related to gold, we're gonna get Bitcoin Gold, right? We're gonna see more exposure. And I think any exposure to Bitcoin is good, right? Bitcoin Gold, sure, is not the same as Bitcoin, but it's not a scam. What does it mean by scam, right? Like, how is this scamming you from anything? You're getting it for free, which you can sell for a profit. These days, I feel like when scams attached to something, that just means opportunity, because I really don't know what is going on with that. But aside from that, Zcash mining is actually, like I said in my old video, it's actually quite profitable now, because I got it just to like test out the algorithm, because I don't have a strong GPU miner to really gauge things. So I want to test it out with the cloud mining as well. So I got Genesis mining, I got a Zcash contracts, and if you want to purchase one, you can in the link below. And you can see that if I just allocate it to my Bitcoin, you get 0.00029 Bitcoins, or I'm just rounding down, and then you times that by the current value, right? It's $1.50 a day. And let's just there's some variance, so let's just take off like 20 cents, times that by 30 for 30 days of the month, and then times it by 12, right? So you're essentially getting $470 a year, and this contract is less than that. So if you want to diversify a bit, you can get that same plan for $459, and then coupon codes below, and you can save 3% off if you're interested. I like to have a little bit of everything. I mine myself, I get a little bit of cloud mining, I trade, I do everything just to get to know like the whole atmosphere, whole everything about cryptocurrency, just to get like a taste of everything. That way you're more better prepared and can make better investments and all that. So that's just my take on the whole thing. When you get Bitcoin Gold, try to evaluate things a bit. I mean, no one's gonna mine it, right? It's meant to. I mean, no one's gonna like buy it except for the Asian market, which has no idea about the whole. Or like the majority of the guys like to invest, but they don't know what is the best investment. And as long as Bitcoin's attached to it, you can pretty much assume that it will be bought, right? We know not to buy Bitcoin Cash long ago, but mining was still profitable when difficulty was so high to mine Bitcoin, right? Even though Bitcoin Cash was going down, it was still profitable to mine Bitcoin Cash because you can always sell it for Bitcoin. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope this video helps you in making your decision. I mean, it's not a scam if you're getting it for free and can sell it for a profit. That's ridiculous. And yeah, more block sizes. It does help with GPU mining. You no longer have to mine Monero, and that's why we've seen Monero going down this whole time. They're both Zcash, Monero, both privacy coins, right? Now they're both like the top profitable coins to mine right now with GPU. You can see that Monero. I saw my Monero a long time ago. I don't know. We might see it come back, but with the declining popularity, yeah, I've sold off long ago. And see, that's why you got to be in the know of mining and just how things are, right? How things are with not just the news that was put out there. Because look at this. It says that what is this? Mining centralization, right? It says that it should be like resilient to ASIC mining, but then yet the biggest producer of ASIC miners already has a miner prepared to launch for us. So can't believe everything you see. You gotta do your own research and make your own decision from there. I'm not 100% sure that I'll get picked up, but I mean, a cheap coin that has a Bitcoin label on it definitely do attract new people, right? New people who have no idea what things are. They might search Bitcoin price, and then maybe Bitcoin gold will pop up, and they'll say, yeah, maybe I should buy some Bitcoin gold, right? You never know. You never know if whatever platforms gets developed for Bitcoin gold in terms of payment processing and whatever, it can potentially be really good, right? You buy stuff online. Right now, Litecoin is the best to make payments because of the fast confirmations, but really, with a huge influx into trading Litecoins and all that, it's really not as fast as it used to be. Maybe Bitcoin Gold might take over. Who knows? So these are just some things to consider, and I hope you will make the right decision once you get your Bitcoin Gold. And I hope this helps. Have a great day, and enjoy the life of cryptocurrency. Alright, take care.